VTV6 and Strata Webview proudly present Uinta Basin High School basketball coverage in high definition. Season coverage is sponsored by Ashley Regional, CrossFit Avenue, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, Pilot Logistics Services, and the Advisor Group.
Good evening and welcome everybody to another presentation of 2014 high school basketball coverage by VTV Channel 6. Tonight's game is streaming live on Strata Webview at www.strata.tv and will be rebroadcast on VTV Cable Channel 6 and High Definition 706 Wednesday evening. I'm Mark Mason, and with me, special guest Majan Mansfield. Welcome.
Hi, guys.
And if you guys will remember, several years ago, Majan played for the Union girls basketball team, and this was during the run when you guys were competing for state championship.
Oh, yeah.
Year after year. So we're planning on your expertise and insight to tell the folks at home what these players are seeing and how they're responding, and excited to have you.
Oh, I'm real excited about this. I've been looking forward to this all day. I'm excited to give you guys my insight on the great sport of basketball.
Oh, it is a great sport, and after a nice rendition of the Star Spangled Banner, we're ready to start the starting lineups, and tonight's game is the Morgan Trojans versus the Union Cougars. And as they announce the starting lineups, Coach Ziv has these players ready to go. We broadcast an earlier game versus the Uinta girls, and after kind of getting blown out early, the Union girls fought their way back into the game and made it close at the end. They ultimately couldn't get over the hump of the large lead that the girls brought, or that the Uinta girls got early in the game. And Majan, one of the things that they're going to have to struggle with tonight is the full court press for Morgan.
Oh, yeah. And for Union, for breaking a press, it's passes. The quicker your passes are, the faster you're going to get out of that press. Presses are horrible.
Yeah, and you're going to see on the Morgan side of the ball, they're going to have, on the press, they bring their tallest girls on the trap. And they stand up straight and tall. And, you hit the key to breaking a press is it's a quick pass and a reversal of the court. And that's generally the only way that you can really get around the press. And if you don't do it quickly, if you hesitate at all, the trap comes, and that's where the turnovers come.
So you're done as soon as you get trapped. You don't need that.
And the problem with a full court press is typically on the trap, then they have numbers, and then it's a quick, easy layup without a defensive set. So
yeah.
So for Union, the starting Lexi Anderson. We have Chelsea Burschel, she's a junior. Lexi Anderson's also a junior. Number 30, Shayla Draper. And number 25, Hannah Horrocks. And then Haley Horrocks, number 0. I believe that's Haley Horrocks. She's wearing 00.
Yep,
even though on the program they have her as 0. I always like this. What do they talk about when they're down in that little...
You're just psyching yourself up. You're getting ready for the game. You're telling each other what you need to work on, what you've been doing in practice, and just reminding each other and just pumping yourself up and getting ready to go.
Is there a tradition with that? It seems like for years that they've laid down in a circle like that.
Oh, yeah. They've been doing it even before I came into this. And it's just something fun to do.
Just something. Just a little edge to give yourself something to get jacked up. So on the Morgan side of the ball, let's see, we have number 10, that's Lisa Van Kampen, and Lisa Van Kampen absolutely had her way down low with the Utes. And there's quick passes right there. Nice block. Oh, boy, and it's going to go the other way. And here comes that trap, Majan.
There it is.
Quickly up to Haley, and she clears it. So to the half-court set, the Cougars go. Now, does Ziv run the similar offense to what you guys were running when you were back here?
Absolutely not. He's got something totally different than what we've had. I've been trying to figure out what he's been doing for the last couple years.
Looks to me like he runs a 4-out with a one low post, and they try to work around to that one post player and perimeter cut and drives.
Oh, she was right there.
Boy, that was a quick 5 seconds.
That was quick.
Boy, I don't know. You never can tell, but I guess he was waving his arm. And regardless of what you think, the 5-second call goes. So the first turnover of the game, 7:30 left here in the period. No score on either side of the ball. Oh,
nice
that's just a terrible pass by Morgan.
There we
go.
You
go 3/4 court. And then back the other way, misses with the left hand, but she got the foul.
That works.
So that's going to put her on the line. I think that was a nice take.
That was awesome.
So you're going to see on the replay here what I was talking about, that pass. And we just missed the pass, but she threw it from the left corner all the way over to the right top of the free throw line. Just a terrible idea. And then wasn't able to convert with the left hand. And you don't see that often on the prep level with the girls able to finish with their left hand. But Chelsea Burchell, it looked natural to me. The right-hander misses the second free throw.
Nice hands.
I'm telling you right now, Morgan is making some poor decisions on the offensive side.
So they're struggling on those passes.
And you saw the pass come across court from Jessica Carter. And from the corner, and these girls can't shoot. They missed the three-pointer. And there's Van Kampen with a rebound, and then a presence up underneath. Can't get it to go. Does it make you a little nervous to see, on a box out? Here's this box out, and there's no box. Nobody boxed out. And sometimes all it takes is just backing up into somebody, make it so they can't get that easy rebound, even if it goes long like that.
I've noticed these girls have really had troubles boxing out, and I know Ziff has had problems getting them to box out too, and it's absolutely essential for girls basketball to box out. It's not like guys ball where you can just jump and grab the ball, no problem. You've got to have that extra space to grab it.
Yeah, my coach has always told me if the ball can land in front of you, that's the sign of a real, true box out. We've got a travel right here in front of us. And that trap came, and you saw what happened as Lexi Anderson got up and then juggled the ball, but in the meantime was shuffling her feet, so that's what induced the traveling call. So the set play for Morgan turns into a three-point shot, rattles out. And Van Kampen, I'm telling you right now, she's the one you're going to have to watch out for. And she's got 3 points on rebounds, offensive rebounds, and here's that trap in the corner.
Yep.
Boy, and Ziff calls the timeout, and the one place that you never want to inbounds the ball is that corner.
No, that's not the place you want to be.
And you got 4 defenders on you. You can't step backwards or to the side, and here comes the trap. I always like to see somebody start up the inbounds at the three-point line, so if they have to sink down to catch, they're not catching it right on the baseline. It makes that trap too easy.
Well, usually they're taught to start at the foul line and then split, not start so clear low. Don't ask me why they do that.
Yeah, they looked like they started their inbounds, their cross screen, about the low block area.
I didn't think they were expecting them to press.
Maybe a lazy press where it comes in. And now you see what you're talking about. They're starting at that free throw line area, so when they get the ball in.
Much better.
And, of course, it's a very tight press, and that's part of why they caught it so low the last time. And there's a reach in, but the Cougars are lucky to maintain position, but now they got numbers. And there's an open look.
Oh, gosh.
Haley's got it down on the block, and she likes to operate down there. Chooses not to shoot.
She usually does real good on that block, too.
Now, are Haley and Hannah sisters or cousins?
They are sisters.
Okay, they're sisters. Mm-hmm. And Hannah is the younger of the two. They're a junior and a senior. And the nice patience on the Morgan side. Just missed the easy shot. Van Kampen worked real hard. But I'll tell you right now, Lexi Anderson worked harder. And that's going to stay Union ball. Knocked out of bounds by Morgan.
It's going to be a battle between those number 10s. That's going to be quite an interesting thing to see.
And you see this, just a little hesitation. When you inbounds, you have to step in immediately so that pass can come 1-2, kind of a bang-bang type play. Mm-hmm. And if you hesitate, that's where that trap comes. And here's the trap.
Can't hesitate.
And now it's beat. If they can control the ball, they do. Oh, nice give and go look there.
Go strong.
And then with the right hand, she can't finish. Oh, and Van Kampen's so long, it's just tough to get a shot up there. And you can see she altered the shot just enough.
Passes.
Boy, you talk about the shot there by Rochelle Blazard. She hit that so high off the glass. You know, and that's actually nice technique when you have pressure. Just shoot it really high off the glass, and it has a chance to drop in, and it does. Gives Morgan a 5-1 lead. They've had a little bit of trouble on this inbounds, and that time they beat it easily. And then just a poor decision. And Van Kampen, who can dribble, has a 3-on-2 break, and she does a jump pass, and it is out of bounds. Well, lucky break for the Cougars. Not often you see the tallest person on the court that can handle the ball that well.
Yeah, you don't see that every day, that's for sure. She's got great ball handling for someone her size.
And there's the pass.
You've got to have somebody stay back when they're pressuring
When you got the left side of the court open, but a natural tendency, and then we have a travel. Natural tendency is to try to force it right.
Yeah.
And you see Hurlbut is the one that came in on that trap and caused the travel. And that's where you see too much dribbling and turns into that turnover.
Oh, that was way too easy.
Yeah, that baseline it's such a dangerous spot, especially when you're playing that 5 spot right in the middle of a zone defense. If you're not aware of where they're sitting on the baseline, then they're just going to catch and just step in underneath the basket. And you see Lexi Anderson there. Lexi turned around and saw how wide open that Shayla Draper was and just launched it out of bounds. I call that a case of the yips right there. Got a little too excited. And you see how this offense is working. Look at the spacing. They got Van Kampen and they've got number 21. I'll have to look up her name. That's Jessica Carter.
Oh, that was
and there's a jump ball on the court. But on that spacing, they have their 2 bigs almost out of bounds and really putting a lot of pressure on our center, who has to be aware of where the ball is. And not only that, about the person she's supposed to guard in case of a pass underneath.
That's the part where they need to drop their posts down a little bit and just
they've got
put a little more help down
three
there.
defending 2 right here, and if you bring your post down, you have 4 across. It makes it quite easy. And I know what they're looking at here. Boy, and they're just making it too easy for Morgan. Here's the turnover, and they've got good numbers, and that's going to turn into a layup. It does.
Wow.
Number 13, Rochelle Blazard with the score there. And yeah, right now to break it, and that's what you're hoping with by having your two bigs spread out wide, is that if you can get past the initial 3 defenders, then you'll have a 3-on-2 fast break. But in this case, sometimes the worst thing that can happen is you break the press, and then you're in a hurry. Rather than settling down and making a good decision, you're in a hurry. You think you have to do it quickly, and it turns into a turnover like that.
Usually when I was taught, when you got the ball down here, if you didn't have an open lane to the basket, you hold it until you can get a guard to come and take care of the ball. You just got to be really careful. You get anxious and you're like, well, okay, there's a pass right there, but until you have control of your passes, it's not the best idea to just throw it away. She's done that twice in the last couple minutes. I suggest that she probably should stop being so yancy and just keep herself under control.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to come down. I always tell the guys I'm coaching, and I know it's a different age group, but I always say find your one. Get it to your point guard. And what's worse, setting up in a half-court shot, even if you miss the shot, at least you're working your offense to a good shot or a turnover out here on a fast break type opportunity. Obviously you want to work yourself into a decent shot. Turnovers are terrible, and if you have 2 like that, then the press worked even though they didn't cause a turnover by a steal.
Yeah, exactly.
So the timeout on the floor, and as they come back in, we'll see if there's any adjustments made to that. Tonight's game is brought to us by the Advisor Group. Financial planning, benefit packages, insurance, or retirement plans. We have a special team to help meet your needs. The Advisor Group. And with this 2-3 zone they're running, it puts a lot of pressure on those guards to work back and forth. Van Kampen misses, but another offensive rebound up and underneath, and that's going to be out of bounds. Cougar ball. Savannah Brooks gets the shot off, and here comes that. So a different look. They go to a 2-1-2, and there's a nice pass. Corrals it and then puts it in. That's just a gorgeous way, and you see a slightly different press. Go to a 2-1-2, and they got the ball in easier, and then they're set up to beat that quickly, and they do. Boy, there's the shooters
There
from
it is.
Morgan. Allie Tonks with a 3-point play, 12-3.
There you go.
And the Cougars are beating this 2-on-2 press rather easily with the way they're set up for a press, Baker. Oh, boy, and you
Right
see
back at
Brianna Hurlbutt with the score there. And now we've got the patience to break it. Here's the
There we
reversal of the
go.
court and go back and forth and just work it up. 10 seconds is a rather long time to break that half-court line.
Yep.
You got to be careful that, oh, just what I was worried about. She dribbled herself into the corner, and that turns into a turnover and a layup. Well, it's a lot easier to say than to actually do, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've been
Yeah.
in a high-pressure situation like this, and it's so easy to tuck your head and think you're faster and quicker, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It can get you every time. It's just better to stay under control and let those that are, whoa, there we go. Wow.
There's a jump
Okay.
ball, and you see Brianna Hurlbutt from Morgan come in and reach with one hand, and then with strength is able to bring it in. Substitution for Morgan.
Put a little height on our side. That'll help a little bit.
And you see that spacing for Morgan still.
They've got great discipline on that.
Van
There you
Kampen
go.
loses it
Good
underneath, and here comes the Lady Cougars in a hurry.
Get your eyes up.
Yep. You can see that angle, just what you're talking about, Majin, is her angle is kind of that 45-degree angle down, and it's probably the worst position to have your head in because you really can't see anything. So we have a foul on the floor. That'll be the second team foul for the Cougars. Only one team foul
wow.
for the and they call that on number 23, Chelsea Birchall. That's her first. Good interior
Keep
defense,
fighting with
but
it.
boy, you see how active Van
She's
Kampen
so ready
is.
to play.
And their hands are so quick. And that time it was Rochelle Blazard that gets the rebound, and back they set. And all of them shoot the three. You see that right there. That's Jessica Carter. And again, Jessica Carter is a 6-foot junior, and she's not afraid to pull the trigger on the three-point ball. Well, it's a bloodbath early here, Major.
I know. Well, it's only the first quarter. They can come back. I have faith in them.
Yeah, and you know, we saw the Lady Cougars do that against the Utes. They got down big early, and then they settled down, and through some of the inspired plays by some of the leaders, brought themselves back into within striking distance. Again, like I said, they couldn't ultimately overcome the hump, but so what's with the tape on the back of
I'm not sure. Is there another 24 on the team?
there is two 24s. There's
That's
Chesney
probably
Nielsen
why.
and Sylvie Butterfield.
So that's probably why. For like JV or something,
And
probably.
do you know which one's wearing the 24 with the tape right
that's
now?
Chesney Nielsen.
That's Chesney.
Yeah.
She family of Gavin.
Yes, that's his little sister.
Oh, little sister. So we got a whole family of athletes down there.
Oh, yep.
I wonder how the Thanksgiving Day basketball game goes in that house.
Well, you'd never have enough players, that's for sure.
Or do
Plenty.
they play football and she lays a lick on him coming across the middle when he's trying to do a across the middle slant pass?
Well, I don't know. I've never seen her play football, so I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure that would be an interesting game to see. Gotta box out.
Boy, you know, and it's just the strength there. You see that Brianna Hurlbutt just uses her backside to push the Cougar player out of the way, and the Cougars come up with the ball still, but boy, trouble getting it across the half-court line just on a one-man press. Look how they'll just
nice.
bang and bang and bang and then finally get the call. So we see Jessica Carter. Here comes that replay, and watch how many times she just bodies her up. You know, there was 2 or 3 hits before she ultimately got the foul call. And the foul call was on probably the cleanest of the 3 fouls that she gave her.
I was thinking the same thing.
So at the line is Emily Woolstenhume.
She has a really good foul shot. I've seen the last couple games she's played in, and she's got probably one of the best foul shots I've seen in a long time with this group of girls.
She makes both. Hannah Horrocks checks in. She's going to replace Lexi Anderson. And where you have to go full speed, full court, it's good to get some rotation in here so that your stars, you know, the ones you're going to depend on towards the end of the game, don't get overworked. Look at the crisp passing for Morgan, and that opens up that lane. You know, we always talk about defense, and defenders are kind of inherently lazy. They only like to defend for 2 or 3 passes. And that's what happened to the Cougars. On the 5th pass, that lane was wide open for, and that ball gets passed out of bounds. Turnover. Go to a 1-3-1 look. Drive and kick offense. And Van Kampen
good hands on that.
Yeah, she can't out-muscle Emily Wolstenhume, who just reaches down and grabs that ball. And that's a poor play by Van Kampen. You always talk about the bigs should never bring the ball down to your waist.
Nope.
Too easy of a strip right there, and that's exactly what happened. Boy, the Cougars are tough underneath. They are not making anything easy.
Nope, I'm quite impressed with that. You have to be tough underneath, though. You can't be soft.
Another 3-pointer, number 13, Rochelle Blazard hits that. And here's that trap, and boy,
it's eating them alive up
it's
front.
Tough. You know, you want to put that ball in your whole life you've caught and dribbled. You know, and you see Katie Ross catches that ball and dribbles 2 times, and that time it's too late. And you're right, they're not bringing any other help here. They're just making everyone work on this. You know, it's basically 3-on-2, and then a lazy pass that turns into a layup going the other way. That's Rochelle Blazard.
They need to look down a little bit more, or have somebody flash.
Well, yeah, their bigs are leaving, and they, like I say, you need to bring at least one up and then have the other one flash in and out of those open spots. But okay, that's the end of the first period. Morgan leads Union 26-5. We're going to take a short break and hear a word from our sponsors.
Amplify.
Welcome back, everybody. Beginning of the second quarter here. Morgan leads Uinta 26-5. And really, Major, when you talk about it, the difference in the game is the full court press.
It's eating them.
A little bit of the story is the offensive rebounds, but it would be a close game if they weren't giving up the easy layups on turnovers on the full court press. And again, you see the setup. The 2 centers are completely buried in the corner. Makes it hard. You don't have any support on that press.
You need to at least bring one of the posts up at just as a flash, maybe. It doesn't have to be permanent there. They've got to have somebody to bail out too. Well, our point guards are actually quite young. Actually, we have a freshman and a sophomore. And I kind of blame that on the lack of experience, but as they get older, they'll understand better, and eventually they'll get to a point where they just learn. It just comes with experience.
It does. Boy, another time we beat that, but just a poor pass turns into turnover, and here comes Morgan quickly the other way, and it's their center bringing up the ball, and that's got to be a travel, and it is. Yeah, double dribble. I don't know, that was close. She touched it, and in the air, she pushed it down, and I thought the bounce went. I don't know. We're not going to complain anytime there's a turnover and it goes the Cougars' way, but.
Yeah, don't ever bring the ball up. you need
Well,
to
let's talk
protect
about
it.
your playing experience. You were a 4-year starter for this program, weren't you?
I played varsity for 3 years actually. I didn't play my freshman year, but
Oh,
I was
you didn't play your freshman year.
I did mostly start my senior year, but I played quite a bit my sophomore and junior year. So yeah, I guess you can say I was
4-year letterman, or 3-year letterman is what
yeah.
we're going to say.
yeah.
And then did you go on to the college ranks at all?
I did practice with the U for a little bit, but it's just didn't work out, and I had other plans that I kind of wanted to go with, and I actually coached for the high school for Union for a little bit. I coached the freshmen, and I think that's probably more my calling is coaching now.
Yeah, coaching. And you saw Lexi Anderson, boy, it's tough to take that hard of a hit, turn and still make a 10-foot jumper, and she did it with ease. And then, again, Morgan's not having a great time with their half-court set. The only thing that's given them any decent looks is just a second chance opportunities. So from the Cougars as a freshman coach, then didn't you also help with the Altamont program?
I did. I helped with the freshmen at Altamont, and I kind of put my expertise up with the higher levels as well.
So, for me, I always think about basketball. When I was young and athletic, I didn't really understand the game. Then I turned 24 and 25, and that's the first time that I started comprehending, oh, that's why my coach told me to do that.
Yeah. Coming from a coach's perspective, you gain a lot more insight on why your coaches do what they do.
There's a whole scheme, and the scheme is intended to get you a shot.
Nice
oh, look
shot.
at that.
Way to be strong on that.
Boy, and you see 2 times in a row, Lexi Anderson just banging down low, and she does her work down there and brings them 28-9. And already here in the second period, we've almost scored as much as the first. Oh, and just a missed 3.
You've got to find someone to box out.
No box out, and Savannah Brooks, that's just about the easiest basket she'll score in her career. And there's another turnover, and here it comes Savannah again after making the easy layup. Turnover and coming back again.
Good tries up.
Could have been a carry. We got a little bit lucky there, and now we're across. Almost an over and back, too. And now it's broken. See, she's got to look for a shot.
She has a decent jump shot.
Oh, and we can't handle that, although she got hit on the arm. Saves it, but unfortunately saves it to a cherry-picking Morgan player, and that's her 6th point in a row, Savannah Brooks. 3 layups.
Get it back. Oh, too late now.
Now she's in trouble. And that was a really heads-up play. She's trapped. She knows she has no options. Off the leg of the Morgan player, and let's reset. I kind of like that. That was, you don't see, you normally see a forced 50-50 ball goes up in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Go. Nice.
I'll tell you what, Haley Horrocks looked to me to be out of control. Leans in, absorbs the contact, and so many times you see on those layups where they're coming in hard and fast like that, it bounces back past the 3-point line. Oh, we almost had an and-one. But no, she absorbed the contact, made it, and then coming back the other way, she just made darn sure right there that Aubrey Saunders was not going to score. Here comes the replay. Watch what she does. Just a good, hard, nope, you're not going to score, and put Saunders on the line.
Looked like she was getting ready to spike the ball there. She does play volleyball. And
got the old volleyball spike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, whenever you cock and you're at about a 68-degree angle behind your head, it makes it real easy on the referees, too. Because they see that whole swipe of the arm come down.
When you're smaller than the girls as a post, it's not a good idea to try and block every shot. You just kind of have to stand there and just take it.
Oh, and then it's broke. No, she stepped a foot on the line. That's too bad because she got it over the top. We've had a little bit of troubles. Katie Ross got it over the top to Lexi Anderson, who was turning already, but just got her foot on the edge of the line and coming back the other way. So you've got a little brother, Jath. He's playing high school ball right now. He's on the freshman team.
Yep, he is.
What other family have you got that's played basketball?
My dad played ball for the Cougars back in '80. He'll tell you all his glory day stories, but You know,
Does it walk it uphill both ways to school in the snow?
Yeah.
No shoes on.
yeah, the whole shebang.
Yeah, you know, I've noticed he whines a lot like that. Boy, Lexi Anderson, she owns this quarter. That's her 6th point of the quarter, and she's doing it just bodying up and bruising down low. Yeah, you know, go back to your dad. He's the one who's responsible. Now, I've been trying to recruit Jath to come over and play for the Utes for years, and something about family tradition.
Yeah, we're just kind of stuck here, I guess.
If we let him wear a Cougar T-shirt underneath his Ute shirt, would that be good enough?
I don't know. You'll have to see if it'll work on him.
You know, every time I see him in red and white, I mean, that's a really good look for him. So we need to work on that.
No, we'll see. I can't guarantee you anything.
Boy, the quick hands. Oh, boy,
Nice
Van
block.
Kampen just, yeah. And she got up to a highest point and knocked the ball down, and the Cougars come back.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
At least she didn't make it.
Yeah, that's a good foul because it's going to be 2 points. You'll see on the replay. Watch this. 34 is trailing the play. That's Emily Woolstenhume. And it's a good foul because 15 is going to score. Brianna Horlba is going to score, so it puts her on the line. Now, we watched Brianna at UNA last week, and she can shoot free throws, but at least you got to make them earn them. And she misses the first, so it becomes a really good foul. Tonight's game is brought to us by CrossFit Avenue, family and student discounts. No matter your fitness level, if you have the desire, we can train you. CrossFit Avenue. So you're sitting up here, and I see when plays are going the way, you kind of start leaning. It's back to the old 1980s when you used to play Atari with the joystick. You know, you want to go right with the thing, so you lean while you're pulling the joystick to the right. I can see you trying to coach the girls from up here, so coaching's coming pretty naturally to you is what I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's just something I've always wanted to do. I love coaching, and it's really hard for me to not just start yelling at the girls from up here.
Now, if we were going to rank basketball experiences, being up here in the booth with me, coaching, or playing for a state championship, how would we? And you better answer right, or I'm going to kick you off the set right now.
Well, right now it's the broadcasting. I'm totally loving this right now. And I'll be honest, I've wanted to be a sports broadcaster since I could remember.
Yeah, you know, you talk about neat moments. I was watching the NFC Championship game, and Aaron Andrews is interviewing, and I'm going to forget his name, Sherman, the cornerback, and he explodes in that interview. And, you know, you see the look on her face like, holy cow, what did I get myself into? But you certainly have some unique moments. And there's great games. There's sometimes games like this where it's 38-13. But one of the things I'm noticing down here with the Cougars is even though they're getting beat pretty handily, there's no give up down there. They're fighting and battling on every possession.
That's something I really admire them on. You don't give up. You keep fighting till the end. And that's something I've always taught my girls is you don't give up. Even if you're losing this bad, you're just going to keep fighting.
You saw Emily Woolstenhume with a lane violation there. And she's going against Van Kampen, who's so long and tall. She just got out a little bit early on the lane. You just have to wait for it to hit the rim and then come out. Misses.
Good rebound.
And look at that outlet pass. And whoa, just a little out of control, but look who's trailing, coming up and getting the Woolstenhume, who started on the left low block. Now that's hustle. Oh, man.
Wow.
Boy, good defense down low. Van Kampen with a block, then straight up made us miss on the putback, and then quickly the other way. And then a turnover. And this is one of those series that just nothing goes right. And there's a push off. That's going to go against Van Kampen. Oh, no. They called that against Union. Oh, that's a terrible call. Van Kampen came down with the two-handed shove off.
I was like, wait a second.
And now there's a 30-second timeout on the court. Here's the replay. Watch Van Kampen. She'll extend her arms. Oh, no, okay. Well, I'm imagining things, but I still didn't see a foul on number 24. All right. I apologize, Van Kampen. It sure looked like to me. Of course, I'm the biggest homer that ever lived, so any Van Kampens that are watching right now, you know, just consider the source. So on the timeout, look at the coaching from Coach Ziv. And I like the difference in this game. Now they've scored 7 points here in the second period. They've scored 8, I believe. Was it 5 at the at the quarter? I can't remember. 5 or 6.
I think it was.
So regardless, they've scored more points and there's still 2:35 left here in this period. Tonight's game is brought to us by Ashley Regional. Ashley Regional provides the most technologically advanced radiology services in northeastern Utah, including the Hawkeye 4 nuclear medicine machine and 64-slice CT scanner. And I ask this question all the time. What do you think a nuclear medicine machine is?
Nuclear medicine machines?
I'm going to have to get somebody from Ashley
never
Regional
heard of
down
that.
here. Miss on the free throw, miss on the putback,
Good rebound.
and here comes the Cougars. They've got
Look
numbers
up,
if
look
they
up.
can get it across and see their players.
Oh, dang it. There you go. Now go.
Yeah, and she hesitated a little bit on that take. If she'd have just finished at the rim, that would have been a layup, and instead Katie Ross puts up a 10-footer that comes off hard off the glass. And good patience, swings it out to Van Kampen, misses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're saying, oh, wow, and the reason you are is because Brianna Hurlbutt is going to have a headache after tonight's game. She just took a shot in the back of the head on that rebound. Wolstenholme ties up 13, Rochelle Blazard. Jump ball goes to the Cougars. Yeah, that was a tomahawk chop to the back of the head.
I'm surprised I didn't say anything on that.
How many you say anything via their whistle?
Or anything.
Or the coach coming out and saying,
Yeah,
what
no
is
kidding.
going on here? I've had some coaching moments, and also coaches that I've played for, they see something like that and they come uncorked.
Oh, yeah. Can't say I blame him, though. No.
Of course, this is a pretty calm Morgan bench with a 42-11 lead. It still has the starters in. They've pulled off the press. You didn't see them do that at all
wash the
versus
hands.
Uena. Oh boy, Van Kampen. And he's saying that it's not on the hand up in the air that she pushed with the other hand. And we're going to see this on the replay. You're going to see coming across the middle.
Yeah, there it is. It's right there.
Yeah, that's a touch foul. But Haley Horrocks is never going to be one to complain anytime. And she has her hand on there, and you do see her move the body of the shooter. And that's where the call comes from. Makes the first. Tonight's game is brought to us by L&L Motor. People you know, people who care. Become a fan and like L&L on Facebook to be entered in on one of their drawings. Boy, what a nice shot. Van Kampen from the elbow misses.
Okay.
She's been off, thankfully. And, Morgan has really struggled. We've talked about it several times tonight in the half-court set. They really have done all their damage on the press, and we see the press again easily broken.
Well, you only can really do a press a couple times before they finally figure out, and then you kind of have to either adjust your press or just pull it off.
Yeah, Allie Tonks with the foul. And then we see right here Wolstenholme coming across the middle, and Tonks with the trip. Called it on the body before she tripped her. And I didn't see, did Haley make the jump shot?
I didn't either.
Wolstenholme with a nice catch. Boy, straight up defense. Jessica Carter tips it, knocks it out of bounds. Sometimes as a defender, if you got a leaper on you, a ball fake would help. But in that case, Jessica Carter was just firmly planted and had her feet down.
Good try. Go up strong.
Oh, and can't get it off the glass. Gets the second effort, which is going to draw the foul. I like that. You're still coaching even when you got the headset on.
Oh, yeah.
Go up strong.
I warned you about this before it all went down. I was going to do this.
First two misses the first. Chelsea Birchall, a big rebound. I like that. When she came down with that ball, it stayed shoulder high, chin high, and she went up strong just like you coached her to do. I think she could hear you from here.
Oh, I would hope so.
Got her own rebound and then missed both of those free throws. Little bit slow on the reaction, Shayla Draper. You just got to commit to that ball when it's in the air. But, boy, and it's turned into a foul fest.
Wow.
And you notice that both teams are in the bonus right now, so that's going to put Haley Horrocks on the line for the front end of a 1-on-1 here. 18 fouls each.
Oh, I thought I said 18 fouls each. I'm like, wait a second.
Hold on,
Never-
that doesn't sound
That doesn't
quite
sound
right.
right.
And the Morgan coach wants to talk to the referees, but I hate to break it to him. That's a foul on any court, any given day. Anytime you meet a defender with both hands out in front of you, that's a reach-in foul. It doesn't matter what the result is.
Exactly. And I'm like, well, you shouldn't be really complaining anyway. I mean, you're, almost 30 points ahead.
Puts Haley on the line, and she made both of her free throws last time she was on the line. Now, I've got to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
How much time goes into the hairdos on the basketball court?
Oh, it just depends on the day. When everyone wants to look a little funny, it maybe take
I see
15 to a half an hour to do.
I see side braids, I see top braids, I see back and forth. I mean, I see also. Look at this part on Haley. I mean, this is.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It's fashion on the court. They just look amazing.
Yeah, the guys can't pull this stuff off.
No, they can't. But that's what girls are for.
I think we need to go back. Here we are on the front end of a doubleheader, and a nice drive.
You just need to play defense.
Boy, yeah, that's the old Olay defense where the C's part and it makes it easy.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a soft press right here, and they're just meeting them at half court. Long arms. Boy, did you see the spin move from Ross?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Now, Ross's older brother was the point guard a couple years back now for Union.
Didn't he graduate last year?
Was it last year?
Yeah, because he went to school with my sister.
And he was always the shortest guy in the court, but the fastest and can handle the ball. That's the end of the first half. Morgan leads the game 44-15. I want you to stick around for the Bigfoot Pro Shop halftime coverage. Sponsor of the high school basketball halftime performance, the Bigfoot Pro Shop. We've got you covered for all your outdoor adventures. Majin, I appreciate you being here. We're going to be back after this word from our sponsors for the beginning of the third period.
On your way to the great outdoors, stop by Bigfoot Pro Shop on North Vernal Avenue. We've got you covered. Bigfoot Pro Shop. Just look for the giant fly in the sky.
Tired of fast food type financial planning, benefits, and insurance plans? At the Advisor Group, we have specialized teams for financial planning, retirement plans, health benefits, and insurance. That's why we're the big city firm of firms for your local and professional needs.
Ashley Regional Medical Center invites you to meet their new general surgeons, Dr. Trevor Mathis and Dr. Dennis Lewis. If you need a gallbladder surgery, a hernia repair, a biopsy, or a colonoscopy, the surgeons at Northeastern Utah General Surgery can help. Dr. Lewis has many years of experience in all types of general surgery. Dr. Mathis has recently completed his surgical residency and is trained in all the latest surgical techniques. Call today to set up an appointment.
Moon Lake Electric has been a staple in the basin for 75 years. And though many things have changed through the years, one thing stays the same: our dedication to keeping the power on and our priority of doing that safely. We now have a Facebook page, which can be accessed through our website, allowing you to receive energy tips, outage reports, personnel changes, and feedback. Moon Lake Electric thanks its members and employees for 75 years of keeping the power on.
Western Petroleum may have changed their name to Pilot Logistics, but the employees that you have always counted on locally are still the ones here now. Pilot Logistics continues to provide the Uinta Basin with cardlock services, boat fuels, lubes, and oils, just as they did when they were Western Petroleum. Call 789-1832 for information about the services offered by Pilot Logistics. Western Petroleum would like to thank all of their valued customers for the many years of providing services here in the Uinta Basin and look forward to serving you in the future as Pilot Logistics.
With more towers locally and the only true 4G LTE network in the Uinta Basin, you get more with Strata Networks. Enjoy fewer dropped calls, the basin's fastest and most reliable network, nationwide coverage, and the latest technology that keeps you connected like never before. Visit us in Roosevelt or Vernal or call us at 622-5007. More speed, more power. 4G LTE, only from Strata Networks.
Welcome back, everyone. We saw the cheerleaders and the drill team in the Bigfoot Pro Shop High School halftime performance. And we're back for the beginning of the third period. 44-15. Morgan leads this one in what looks like it's going to be a comfortable win for them. And coming into tonight's game, they're 14-1. And Morgan is who we thought they were. There's no surprises here.
Nope, not surprised at all.
Boy, and they come out in just a gorgeous set piece. It was 4 passes. The ball never hit the court once, and Van Kampen gets it done down low. You see a little bit of a trap press here where they're just meeting at the half-court line and trying to paint the dribbler into the corner, swipe the ball out of bounds. So you've been in dozens of halftime, conversations. What do you think the one from Coach Zip sounded like to the girls?
I think it's going to be mostly about boxing out, having crisper passes, and just not forcing the passes. That's probably one of their big things, and catching the ball probably.
I had a coach who, sometimes we'd have these games. We were kind of an average team.
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice shot there. Haley Horrocks. And that, that's the shooter's touch where it's got the right spin. It can hit the front of the rim and still recover and go in, and it did. Mm-hmm. Another missed three-pointer. Well, one of the things my coach talked about when we were losing big like this is there's a difference between losing, you're going to lose sometimes, and then getting beat.
Yeah.
And when you hang your head and you don't get back on defense and you don't do some of the simple things that you can control, that's when you get beat.
Yeah.
And so far, the spirit of the Lady Cougars has been tested, and they've shown, oh, wow, a lot of contact, nothing there, and all the way the other side.
Wow.
Holy moly, that was an interesting. Lexi Anderson gets the rebound, just flat bowls over Allie Tonks, and then goes all the way down and gets blocked on the other end. I just, that was really interesting. So inbounds all the way to the top.
Oh boy.
Van Kampen with a block and a quick. Now they've got 3-on-1. Quickly ahead. Oh, and just misses the easy one. We'll take any gift they want to give us in that case. Brianna Hurlbut gets up there and just can't finish on the left side of the rim. Lucky break for the Cougars. Little hesitation, stop and go. Ball's on the court.
It's a good scrap.
Everyone's all over the place. Ball ultimately goes out of bounds. That'll go Morgan's way.
Way to be scrappy, kids.
Yeah, we always talk about good battles,
If I didn't come home with bruises on my knees, I know I didn't do a good job.
So last year, we coached a team, and your little brother was on my team. And we called those taco points.
Taco points?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Every taco point was worth a free taco at Taco Bell because, I don't know about women, but men love tacos. And here comes a replay on this down low. You're going to see just turnover, catch, quick pass, and then Haley comes over and just whacks down on the arms. Yeah, boys love tacos. Taco Bells especially. They don't care if it's just a meat-like substance. It just tastes good. I don't really care.
As long as it's food, I guess it doesn't matter for guys.
Right, so we bribed them with taco points. And, as soon as we instituted the taco point rule, you should have seen how many times our kids would hit the deck. If I'd have known the secret to good basketball hustle is just a taco, I would have done that. 69-cent tacos, right. Yeah, this is easy math. Another turnover for the Cougars. Morgan comes across quickly, and now they set up. And Van Kampen, no hesitation. They all shoot from deep. But as we like to say, with a foot on the three-point line, that's probably the worst shot in basketball.
Yeah, it's not a very high percentage.
Too high of a risk for the reward of a two-point payout.
As well, so I'd rather have a layup than a three-point any day.
Well, we were talking about that. We're going to get you down on the court after the game and make you shoot. And you said your forte is not the three-point line.
Nope, it was never the three-point line.
I'm still going to make you shoot three and see if you can hit one.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
You've already got the butterflies going, huh?
I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to be an interesting thing.
Full court pass. Ball's underneath Hurlbut, gets the ball up, gets fouled by number 10, Lexi Anderson. You'll see this outlet pass. Boy, it goes from the right corner deep, 3/4 of the length, and then a ball fake, gets it up to Hurlbut. She ball fakes and gets close to the rim, and that's what draws the foul. Misses the first. 49-19. Now, let's go back to this team that your brother played on mine. He was like Hurlbut, got a free throw, and you were sitting up in the stands, and you and your mother screamed that he's going to miss over and over at him. You iced your own brother on the line.
Well, we were trying to do a little bit of a reverse psychology thing on him, and it kind of worked.
No, I think he missed both of those so badly they had to replace the rim afterwards. I've never seen a family member ice their own brother and son. And this whole reverse psychology, big sister,
You should see us at home.
Does it get comical or does it get violent sometimes?
There have been times where it's been violent, but
Listen, Jath weighs 240 pounds.
Yeah, I can hold my own.
He's going to be 300 by the time he's a senior. I don't know if I would mess with this kid.
Are you kidding? I've got girls like his size, so I can handle just about anything.
Yep, iced their own brother. 3-point play, 53-19. And now that trap in the corner, just when you think Morgan's laying off, they trap you as soon as you come across half-court line, and it's just about as dangerous as catching the ball in the bottom corner of the court on an inbounds pass.
Totally sneaky.
A little bit lazy, a little bit. Boy, good, strong presence down there. Oh, boy, Van Kampen got away with murder.
You have to be careful when you're in the paint.
And then she gets the foul there. Van Kampen reached, almost took Haley's arm off and put it in her own pocket. You're going to see on the replay right here, Haley's comes down, and there's the swipe. 2 hands on the right hand. And you always know when a player's guilty. And Van Kampen was the perfect example of that. Both hands in the air. I didn't do anything.
I didn't do a thing. What are you kidding?
It's the surest way to know that they really are guilty because both hands go up in the air.
And then they're like, what? I didn't do nothing. That little face.
Oh, yeah, the pouty, the old pout face.
Oh, yeah.
Seen it all the time. Face for a pout fish. It tells you I have young kids in the house. That's one of the titles sitting on my daughter's book stand right now.
Yeah, don't have kids of my own, and that's not coming for a long time, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Boy, I'm going to have a talk with Michelle at home. We have to get you married off.
I got to finish my degree before I even think about that.
So all the single guys that are watching at home, we have a basketball player, coach, and TV personality that's going to get her degree. That sounds like a pedigree right there for...
oh, definitely. Lot to offer.
Text in your responses to hashtag Majins available. Oh wait, I'm mixing my platforms. I got
wait a second.
Instagram and texting. They're not exactly compatible, right?
Not really. Kind of, not really. I don't know.
It's turned into a little bit of a scrum right there. She's got to be careful. Yeah, right on the line. Looked like she was going to pass it back to Ross for a second. A lot of hustle, cuts her off right at the half-court line, but then they forget to get back on defense. Hurlbut misses the first, but doesn't miss the second. Boy, she shot that with her left hand on the right side. I think she's naturally a right-hander, though.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Wow, I need to start paying attention.
Cut off the baseline. That's really good baseline defense. You're taught so many times to don't give up the baseline. You see Morgan right there puts a foot out of bounds, and it forces the Cougar player to have to make the pass because she can't get around the leg of the Morgan defender.
Oh, yeah.
There's a set play that's supposed to score. She backs it out, gets a good shot off, and isn't able to connect. And sometimes when the defense is that good, you look up and there's nobody there, and then you rush a shot because you're just so excited to have a good, clean look.
And then it just ends up going the other direction.
Go in the other direction.
Oh, nice. That'll work.
Good defense. Boy,
wow,
my goodness. Just waited for Ross to open up, and then she cleanly swipes the ball away. As soon as Ross's body opened and wasn't protecting the ball, that's when she used her long arms and poked it away. Well, I'm starting to get texts from my favorite viewer at home. Apparently, Jath is not 240 pounds.
Oh, not yet.
He's only 200, but for a freshman, post player.
Well, have you seen my dad?
Yeah, I've seen your dad.
He's not exactly a small guy. But that was a nice spot.
Ross goes up against Van Kampen, and I unfortunately think Van Kampen's going to win that battle most of the time.
Yeah, pretty much all the time, I think.
Well, you know, as a point guard, you learn how to shoot that little teardrop where you just get the ball out of your hands really quickly, and it just drops over the long arms of the defender. Ross just held it a little too long, and Van Kampen sent it out, and that's going to be out of bounds. Wolstenhume gets a foot on the line, even though she saved it backwards to her own teammate. Well, tonight's game is brought to us by Moon Lake Electric, in operation since 1938. Moon Lake is owned by the people they served. It's not a cooperative, but privately owned. Thanks, Moon Lake, and they also sponsored that turnover for the Morgan. Wish they could sponsor about 100 more of those real quick. Wolstenhume with a good, strong presence down low, and we got a reach-in foul. No, they call it jump ball. She pointed at the player, and I thought that was the foul indication. Then both thumbs went up in the air. 2 team fouls this quarter and this half for Roosevelt. Only 1 team foul. 1:40 left. Clock's been running. It's been a quick quarter. And we've seen good passing from Morgan. And boy, you see them, all of them. And, you know, it's just a part of the design of the offense. And they catch and shoot in rhythm on that three-point line. Number 3, Abby Ross, with a nice hit. Just off center on the straightaway.
Good pass.
Oh, and that looked like a good 3 answer from the Cougars. Back in a hurry. Ball crosses court several times. And that makes it all too easy on Rochelle Blazard. Was it Blazard that scored that or Savannah Brooks? 20.
Once again, I wasn't watching.
Oh,
wow, I need to start picking it up.
All right, I need you to step up your game here, Majin. We're going to have to put you on the bench if you.
Put me on the bench. Nobody puts Majin on the bench.
You know, and the best part about that transaction is it's something I've noticed all athletes do. I call it the Karl Malone speak.
Yeah.
Here comes the replay, and you see her coming across the middle. And Van Kampen, even though she got the foul, you can see, oh no, the foul came across on number 1. Van Kampen with the length gets the original block. Puts Wolstenhume on the line, misses the first free throw.
Oh wow, that's the first time I've seen her miss.
Yeah, and that's probably the end of the game for Van Kampen. She comes off the bench. But you know, what kind of a luxury is it to replace a 6-footer with a 6'1" player? You know, that's you know, height is overrated, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, come on. Who wants to be tall?
Quick passes all the way around. Good interior defense, and that's one of the strengths of the Cougars. They do have a good front court.
Don't go too far out.
Yeah, you see that defender coming out. What Majin's talking about is the defender gets 2 or 3 feet beyond the three-point line. And when you do that, it opens up the cutting lanes and the passing lanes, and it's hard to recover. You know, most likely a shooter. Nice spin move from Ross. Boy, did you see that? Over to Wolstenhume, air ball, but Haley Horrocks there cleaning up the trash. I'll tell you what. Doing all the dirty work underneath. That makes the score 60-22. That's the end of the third period. We're going to take a short break and hear a word from our sponsors.
Support for VTV's high school sports coverage is provided by Ashley Regional, CrossFit Avenue, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, Pilot Logistics Services, and the Advisor Group.
Strata Networks offers advanced voice, internet, wireless, and TV solutions, all from a local company you know and trust. Bundle 3 or more qualifying services with Strata Networks and get 10% off. Start saving today.
Welcome back, everyone, to this VTV Channel 6 production of high school basketball coverage. I do want to mention that tonight's game and all of the season games are available on DVD and Blu-ray copies. Go to VTVChannel6.com or call the friendly folks at VTV Channel 6 at 781-1902 for your copy. I know one family for sure that's going to want a copy of this. It's the Mansfield house.
I'm going to want a copy of this. This is awesome.
So you can beat your brother up.
Yep.
The question is,
sure
can you beat him in an eating contest?
No.
Okay.
He can win that one. That's fine. I'm trying to keep my girlish figure. Oh, not a good place to be.
Boy, ball in the corner, a whole bunch of bodies on the court. Oh, look at the over-the-back pass.
That works.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to nominate that for the top 10 Sports Center play. The no-look double overhand granny
That was like a Hail
pass
Mary.
backwards. And look at the pass
Hey, that
work
works.
and the nice cut. Unbelievable Boy, you know, that's number 11, Tristan Chandler, coming down the lane, and that's just a beautiful off-ball cut. Scores the layup. Good patience by Morgan. They're just going to work back and forth. And sooner or later when you do this, there was nobody there. She's expecting somebody to be there.
Be a quicker pass.
Yeah, quicker pass, and the pass was behind. And so Morgan gets bailed out by a bad pass, but their equally, probably 10 times worse pass was picked off earlier.
Another picked pass.
Oh, goodness.
There it goes again.
You get a little bit of this rush feeling, and sometimes a coach just needs to settle his team down. There's no sense in making that turnover. There was no reason to make a quick pass there. Settle, make sure you see the player, and then connect.
Have some control.
Absolutely.
Don't hold in that corner for too long. She needs to get it out. Whoa.
Ball between the legs. I love the 5-hole pass. Weren't able to connect on the shot. Coming back quickly the other way, Morgan.
Get out.
And continue to just bombs away from three-point line. Haley Horrocks, and we're going to get a foul. Number 20 against Morgan. Number 20, Savannah Brooks. And you'll remember that stretch right in the beginning of the second period where she had those 6 points right in a row. Just bang, 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 all of them layups. Turnovers, 2 turnovers in the fast break. She's certainly put her mark on this game. Here's that little lazy half-court trap right here, and it doesn't even need to get to the trap. Number 4 steals it from Ross. Ross takes it right back.
Oh, my Atlanta. The joys of girls basketball.
You know, we always used to joke that the only thing off limits on girls basketball is whipping out a gun and shooting somebody. Everything else is fair game.
I'll tell you what. Oh, there have some pretty bloody games in my day, that's for sure.
Allie Tonks with the points on the other end. Another turnover by
Union,
and here comes Morgan in a hurry. Decides to take it by herself. And we got the officiating crew up here coming to give us, you know, that's one of the funnest things about coming to these, you'll see on the replay coming up. And watch her finish with the left hand, the underhand scoop, but just enough of a bump. And she runs into our own cameraman. And that was probably the best footwork I've seen of the night. Saved the camera and got out of her way. I mean, that deserves a standing ovation down there, don't you think? You know, one of my favorite parts of coming in here, and of course we have the live stream presented by Jiffy's Pawn Shop, proud sponsor of the Strata WebView live stream, which you can catch at strata.tv. Everything's from guns to vacuums. We buy, sell, trade, loan, pretty much anything. One of my favorite things coming down here is you're right up close with personal with everything. You see, you get to talk to the officials, you get to talk to the coaches, get to talk to the players sometimes after the game, and it brings a whole new insight there. And what other community has something as cool as this? All the sponsors want to thank you guys for helping us bring this game to everyone watching at home live right now. Ross with the turnover and protecting with her body. Rochelle Blazard, protects, lets Ross go on by, and then scoops it up with the left hand. Now we talked about Morgan, timeout by Coach Zip, and I'm going to get back to that thought here in a minute when we come back from this timeout. But I do want to thank another one of our sponsors, Pilot Logistics. Pilot Logistics, Western Petroleum may have a new name, but we are still the same great company you can rely on. Thanks, Pilot Logistics, for helping Majin and I bring this game to everyone out there watching right now. But going back to the Morgan thought, you look up here, it's the end of the third period. Excuse me, this is the fourth period now that we're in.
There you go.
Fourth period that we're in, and they've got 71 points. And this is not a fluke. Every one of their games has been in the high 60s or low 70s, and some of the games in the 80s. Mm-hmm. You don't see this on the college level sometimes.
No,
scores like this.
Super good team. They got a lot of athletic girls. Coaching staff seems pretty good. it's expected. I'd be worried if they were scoring lower.
You know, they pass well, they run the court well, they defend well, and then more importantly, to what you said earlier, they've got shooters. They got everyone on the team is expected to take and make three-pointers, and they're also expected to shoot at the rim. Turnover.
Got to take care of their passes.
Well, and that looks like just a miscommunication. That might be the case where, you get Tristan Chandler in there, and she might not get as many minutes.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
They're expecting her to cut up the top, and she kind of cut it in the back door. Van Kampen, I thought she would be done when she came out in the third period, but she's back on the court. This is just full throttle by Coach Brad Matthews, and you see, boy, she got bailed out because Van Kampen, you see that she lost the ball midair. The ball was actually there, and she swatted it with her hand, and then the contact happened after that. Puts her on the line, and she misses.
You know, if I was Morgan's coach, I wouldn't be. My starters would not be in.
Yeah,
if you're ahead this much, no, that's not right.
There's a little thing called sportsmanship.
Exactly.
You know, you talk about sportsmanship, and union program this year was in the crosshairs with the football team. You know, and as a local, what did you think about the decision at the time? It was Coach Morris decided to suspend the whole team.
It was Coach Labrum, by the way.
Oh, yes, Coach Labrum, excuse me.
I thought it was a really good idea. You got to learn that stuff somehow, and what better way than to have your sport taken away from you to learn? What's that saying? You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just how I saw it. I thought it was a good idea. I wish they would have done that to the freshmen. I know there's a lot of guys on my freshman team, or not my freshman team, my brother's team, that could have used that lesson.
Yeah, and as a resident, what was your first thought when you heard that?
I was like, wow, they actually did that? Oh, and there's a replay.
You see the replay, and Van Kampen, another take to the hole, another foul. That's the U16 foul. Morgan only has 3. And Van Kampen, you know, she led all scorers against UNA night. And I wouldn't want to call her night quiet, but as a comparison, she hasn't dominated offensively quite as badly as she did the other night. But certainly her presence has been felt defensively. When she hasn't blocked this shot outright, she's certainly altered several of the shots down low and made it hard for the Cougars to do what they do. You know, living over in Vernal, and I don't know Coach Labrum, but the first time when I heard that was, oh my. You know, because, you know, in today's day and age, it's win, and I don't care. If you win, I don't care what you do off the court, off the floor, or off the, off the field. If you win, you can do just about whatever you want. And the program, you know, is turning around, and they're winning more games than they're losing, and he suspended the whole team. And then when the fallout started to happen, you know, I thought, man, I wonder if that guy knew what a firestorm he was walking into. But
I didn't think it was going to get national coverage. I was super surprised when it got national coverage. I heard it went overseas, too.
Oh, I'm sure. A story like that is just unheard of in today's age in sports. And you see the Morgan coach kind of exemplifying that win at all costs thing where he's just pushing. Starters are still on the court even with a 40-point lead. Actually, if I could do math, it's a 51-point lead, isn't it?
Yeah, go with that. I'm not a math major, so don't ask me.
Well, I'm just a banker, you know, by trade during the day. So, and you know, the lesson is always is never trust a banker with math. So.
Oh no.
3 bombs continue to go away. Haley Horrocks with a big rebound. Oh, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Wow. And you know what? She's probably right. The referee right there, Allie Tonks, was set as Haley Horrocks came around the corner. Yeah, she certainly had her feet set.
I agree with that.
And you've been hit like that. It hurts to sit down the next day after one of those, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Just everything aches, and it's never fun.
Yeah, you're not wearing pads. You don't have, and you hit that hard court.
And those jerseys are awful thin.
All those tough football players think they're so they're all padded up. They got helmets on.
Oh, yeah, they've got it easy. I know that's a lie, but I got to tease them.
Nice catch and shot. That's Cassie Houston, a sophomore, getting some minutes here. And, you know, it's not like the garbage time that you normally see with 2 minutes left in a 50-point game. This is the starting unit for Morgan, still on the court, still pressing the ball. So even though you've got Cassie coming in and getting some time, she's doing it against aggressive players, and she's representing herself and her school well.
Good shot.
Hannah Horrocks with a nice jumper. Catch and shoot and rhythm, all created by the passing. Dribbled
Lost
off.
control of that.
Push it up the court quickly.
Go into her.
Yeah, you got a leaper against you.
I'll
Boy,
take that anyway.
yeah, we'll take it. Chesney Nelson goes across man camping and challenges her at the rim. Both of us are saying, how about a ball fake or something? And here we go, a timeout by the Morgan coach with a 52-point lead, 53-point lead. No, now it's down to 40. You want to do the math real quick? Well,
let me pull out the calculator.
Yeah, while we do simple math, that's the bottom line is he's calling a timeout and resetting his charges with a crazy big lead, and he's upset with the officials.
It's a 43 lead.
43-point lead.
Yep.
Well, that's a little mini run for the Cougars. It was 75-24 just a minute ago. So a little mini run right there, an 8-point run. And I think that's probably why the Morgan coach calls a timeout. He says, well, what are you doing? You know.
Well, he should have taken his girls out a long time ago.
And now you see the
now it looks like second or maybe third is in.
Yeah, you got clearing the bench. So a little bit of a stall offense going right here, just pass. And of course, if there's a wide open shot, they're going to shoot, and that's what happened right there. You know, they worked until the ball got reversed and then it was open. And with a minute left, still raining the three bombs. Back the other way quickly, 43 seconds left.
Good hands.
Yep, got her hands there. That was Hannah Horrocks, I believe. We decided Hannah was the lower of the younger of the two. Lower?
Yes, the lower. She's lower.
She's not going to stand for that.
Oh, no.
Maybe we'll make them have an arm wrestle at center court right after the game, and then we'll decide which one's the upper and the lower Horrocks. 21 seconds left. Cougars going to look to get another shot off. And this is where you build to the next game. Ball blocked by number 3, Abby Ross. You know, got both number 3s are Rosses. Katie
they are?
and Abby. Yeah, I didn't notice that till just now.
Wow. Good
ball
for
up
them.
high. Katie with the ball, swings to the corner. That's a nice 3 off the front of the rim.
A little more oomph on that. 3.3.
3.3 seconds left. Well, Machen, this game's all but over. I don't think there's much of a comeback chance here.
Well, one can hope.
A good no call on the three-pointer there, even though there was a foul. Morgan wins handily, 75-32. And it's kind of what we expected, knowing where the two programs are right now. And Zip is doing what he can to build this program up. I want to have a special thanks to the high school administration and coaching staff for their coordination helping us make this coverage possible. Machen, I want to thank you for coming. This was great. I hope you had a good time.
Oh, it was a blast. I'd love to do it again, hint, hint.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to the powers that be. What? Any final thoughts before we say goodnight to the folks watching at home?
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, and even though the game wasn't as close on the scoreboard, we saw some good hustle and heart from the Lady Union Cougars. And they won't win this game, but building towards something else. Look forward to their next region game right now and building towards the playoffs. I want to thank the camera and crew. Danny McKenna, Kylie Moore, and Devin Allred were on the cameras. Graphics, Cody Waite. Audio and instant replay, Kobe Coonrad. Network engineer and live stream, Brett Simmons. Director and producer, Dale Allred. Majan Mansfield was with me, and I'm Mark Mason. If you're watching at home live, we'll be back in about 20 minutes for the boys' game. If you're watching on the TV, thanks for tuning in, and catch us next time for high school basketball coverage presented by VTV Channel 6.
Support for VTV's high school sports coverage is provided by Ashley Regional, CrossFit Avenue, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, Pilot Logistics Services, and the Advisor Group.